Venezuela's Maduro replaces electricity minister amid blackouts. Caracas, April 1. Reuters. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro replaced his electricity minister on Monday in a move to address a series of blackouts plaguing the country, while opposition leader Juan Guaidó called on supporters to continue taking to the streets. In an address on state television, Maduro said he named Igor Gavidia, a 65-year-old electrical engineer who was previously president of State Power Generator Electrificación del Caroni, to replace electricity minister Luis Mata. The change came as Maduro reiterated plans for a 30-day load. Oil-rich Venezuela was rocked by a debilitating blackout on March 7, which dragged on for nearly a week in some parts of the country. Power has been Demonstrators took to the streets throughout Caracas on Sunday and Monday, with small groups of people blocking roads to demand water. On Sunday night, Guaidó, the leader of the opposition-controlled National Assembly who in January invoked the country's constitution to assume an interim presidency in a challenge to Maduro's legitimacy, said it was Guaidó has been recognized by most Western and South American countries as the OPEC nation's rightful leader on the grounds that Maduro's May 2018 re-election was illegitimate. Power outages over the weekend prompted Venezuela's main oil terminal, Jose, to halt operations including crude exports, the lifeblood of the country's economy. It was the third time Guaido and immunity. Blackouts and water shortages have long been common in Venezuela, especially in the interior. But the outages in Maduro, a socialist who calls Guaidó a puppet of the United States, has blamed the blackouts on attacks by the U.S. government and the domestic opposition on the country's main hydroelectric facility. He has said the pro-government Supreme Court on Monday reiterated a previous measure blocking Guaidó from leaving the country, a measure which he openly violated in February. It added that the Constituent Assembly, an all-powerful legislature controlled by the Socialist Party, should discuss the issue of whether or not to strip Guaidó of parliamentary immunity, a move that could pave the way for his being jailed. But state institutions loyal to the Socialist Party appear reluctant to act against Guaidó, given his strong public backing and international pressure not to detain him. The Chief Prosecutor's Office has opened an investigation of Guaidó, but has not ordered his arrest or officially charged him with anything. Maduro has not given details on his electricity load administration plan, which Venezuelans on social media interpreted as a program of power rationing. Maduro's critics reject his contention that the blackouts have been caused by attacks. Local electrical, additional reporting by Brian Ellsworth, Angus Barrick, and Luke Cohen, editing by Lisa Shoemaker, Bill Burkrot and Leslie Adler.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.